Well, welcome to Mass Effect. The want to make sure the music is down low, and we're gonna bring downloading volume down to 50, so it's not blasting anybody's ears off. And going to right, we're gonna start a new career.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database.
Oh, hello.
Classified information requested.
Okay.
Establishing secure connection.
Alrighty.
Secure connection confirmed.
Okay. Uh. No, we're just gonna go with the classic mode here. I could spend 20 to 30 minutes trying to.
Please log in to access your profile reconstruction complete. Please log in to access your profile.
Here, give me selections.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database.
I appreciate that.
Classified information requested.
Okay.
Establishing secure connection. Secure connection confirmed. Please log in to access your profile. Please log in to access your profile.
Oh. You try to say it.
Profile reconstruction complete.
Why is it? Okay. Well, we're going to have to do something.
Please log in to access your profile. Please log in to access your profile.
It's been a while since I played this.
Warning, data corruption detected. Please
All right.
reconstruct profile.
Okay.
Confirm pre-service history.
Earthborn.
Confirm psychological.
Oh, back.
Confirm pre-service history. Confirm psychological profile.
I like Soul Survivor.
Confirm military specialization.
I don't like. No, for this first, for Mass Effect 1, we're going to go with Adept. I usually go with Infantry. Okay. But I don't like the. Well, with Mass Effect 1, you can pretty much use anyone. But with Infiltrator, because you can do the decryption and electronics, all that, I usually go with that. Sentinel. Okay, they received the Vanguard. Because it gives me more.
Confirm facial identification. Profile reconstruction complete.
All right. Here we go.
Identification confirmed.
We're going to go with normal. Also. Mm. Mm. Right. We'll do that. And I'm not going to be recording this and editing it because, like with Cyberpunk, what's there to? You can't really edit this.
Well, what about Shepard? He's a spacer, lived aboard starships most of his life.
Military service runs in the family. Both his parents were in the Navy.
He saw his whole unit die on a cruise. He could have some serious emotional scars.
Every soldier has scars. Shepard's a survivor.
Is that the kind of person we want protecting the galaxy?
That's the only kind of person who can protect the galaxy.
I'll make the call.
Right off the bat, Udina always sounds like an asshole. Yeah, my throat's not feeling the best tonight, but I want to try to keep my schedule that I posted. Can't really do anything about the music at the beginning here. Oh, this is also the Legendary Edition, by the way.
The Arcturus Prime relay is in range. Initiating transmission sequence. Commander?
Just seems slightly out of sync.
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot, acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit. Board is green. Approach run has begun. Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1.
Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment, so you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead, so that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
You always expect the worst.
Well, bad feelings are an occupational hazard. But we don't go anywhere unless there's a good reason, so... What are we doing here?
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
Great. You pissed the captain off, and now I'm going to pay for it.
Don't blame me. The Captain's always in a bad mood.
Only when he's talking to you, Joker.
Okay. Okay. I mean, granted, I'm the only one here, but I like showing these off. Yeah, I've read all of them. God knows I've played this thing enough times.
Roughly 1,200 years ago, the Turians were invited to join the Citadel Council to fulfill the role of galactic peacekeepers. The Turians have the largest fleet in Citadel space, and they make up the single largest portion of the Council's military forces. As their territory and influence has spread, the Turians have come to rely on the Solarians for military intelligence and the Asari for diplomacy. Despite a somewhat colonial attitude towards the rest of the galaxy, the ruling hierarchy understands they would lose more than they would gain if the other two races were ever removed. Turians come from an autocratic society that values discipline and possesses a strong sense of personal and collective honor. There is lingering animosity between Turians and humans over the First Contact War of 2157, which is known as the Relay 314 incident to the Turians. Officially, however, the two species are allies, and they enjoy civil, if cool, diplomatic relations. The Systems Alliance is an independent supranational government representing the interests.
Anybody who watches the VOD, if don't particularly want to see these play through, let me know and I'll stop.
The Alliance grew out of the various national space programs as a matter of practicality. Sol's planets had been explored and exploited through piecemeal national efforts. The expense of colonizing entire new solar systems could not be met by any one country. With humans knowing that alien contact was inevitable, there was enough political will to jointly fund an international effort. Still, the Alliance was often disregarded by those on Earth until the First Contact War. While the national governments dithered and bickered over who should lead the effort to liberate Shanxi, the Alliance fleet struck decisively. Post-war public approval gave the Alliance the credibility to establish its own parliament and become the galactic face of humanity.
Seems like I gotta work on the sensitivity of the noise gamepad. Yeah, I'm using controller. I played this on Xbox 360 a long time ago. And squad. And we'll get to this. But right now, not important.
You probably don't want to keep the captain waiting, Commander.
The Captain's waiting for you in the comm room, Commander.
No. It's not as smooth if I wasn't. I like walking. The whole running through stuff.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down at engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission. The whole crew feels it.
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run? It doesn't add up.
I'll see if I can get some answers when I see him.
Good luck, Commander.
I believe all these are.
Prime Doc. It's not the kind of place Spectres visit. There's something Nihilus isn't telling us about this mission.
That's crazy. The captain's in charge here. He wouldn't take orders from a Spectre.
Not his choice, Doc. Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want. Kill anyone who gets in their way.
Oh, you watch too many spy vids, Jenkins.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
You need to calm down, Corporal. A good soldier stays cool, even under fire.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Only what I've heard. Spectre agents work directly for the Citadel Council. They usually work alone or in small groups. Spectres don't have any official power, though. Basically, they're a shadow organization with a mandate to preserve and protect galactic stability.
Protect it at any cost. Don't forget that part. Spectres operate above the law.
Why don't we have any of our own people in there?
Spectres usually come from the Council races, like the Turians. We've been trying to get a human accepted into their ranks for years now. So far, it hasn't happened.
Hey, Commander, you'd make a good Spectre. You're always getting dropped into impossible situations, forced to survive unbeatable odds, just like you on a cruise.
I try not to think about a cruise.
Sorry, Commander. I didn't mean to offend you.
I like that option.
I respect what you did there. We all do.
Let's not dwell on the past, Commander. Was there something else you needed?
What can you tell me about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other. They don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I heard Nihilus once took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself. Man, I can't believe I'm on a mission with an actual Spectre.
Do your job, follow my orders, and there won't be any problems.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself on a cruise. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
This mission isn't about personal glory, Corporal. We have a job to do. Don't do anything stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, sir. I'm not going to screw this up.
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful, Commander. They've been real careful with development, so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony.
I bet people in LA kind of wish that right now.
The fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Not really sure, Commander. Eden Prime's one of our most stable colonies. Good place to take the Normandy for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger there. There's gotta be something else going on. We've got a Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound up. I can't wait for the real mission to start.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
Commander Shepard. I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give...
What about?
I'm interested in this world we're going to. Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite...
They say it's a paradise.
Yes, a paradise. Serene, tranquil, safe. Eden Prime has become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it really?
Do you know something?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the commander what's real.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
I figured there was something you weren't telling us.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this.
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Why didn't we keep the beacon for ourselves?
You humans don't have the best reputation. Some species see you as selfish, too unpredictable, too independent, even dangerous.
Sharing that beacon will improve relations with the Council. Plus, we need their scientific expertise. They know more about the Protheans than we do.
The beacon's not the only reason I'm here, Shepard.
Nihilus wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here to evaluate you.
What's going on, Captain?
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
Not many could have survived what you went through on Akuz. You showed a remarkable will to live, a particularly useful talent. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
I assume this is good for the Alliance.
Earth needs this, Shepard. We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
What do you know about the Protheans?
Just what they taught us in school. They were a technologically advanced species that ruled the galaxy 50,000 years ago. Then they vanished. Nobody really knows how or why, though I've heard plenty of theories. But everyone agrees, galactic civilization wouldn't exist without them.
Their citadel is the very heart of galactic society, and without their mass relays, interstellar travel would be impossible. We all owe the Protheans a great debt.
I know they're making a TV show about this. I'm very curious what path they're going to go. But we'll talk more after we get through all this conversation.
I'd like to know more about Eden Prime before we touch down.
It's a peaceful farming world, but it represents something much bigger. Eden Prime is one of our oldest and most successful colonies. It proved we were ready to face the challenges of settling new worlds, to forge a place for humanity beyond Earth. It symbolizes humanity's growth and evolution as a spacefaring species. And after this, it will be known as the world where humans made a discovery of galactic importance.
Why is this beacon so important?
All advanced galactic civilization is based on Prothean technology, even yours.
If we hadn't discovered those Prothean ruins buried on Mars, we'd still be stuck on Earth. That was just a small data cache. Who knows what we can learn from this beacon? What if it's a weapons archive? We can't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Like who?
The Attican Traverse isn't the most stable sector of Citadel space. There are plenty of raiders and criminal groups active in the region. They might figure a Prothean beacon is worth the risk of attacking an Alliance ship. Plus, Eden Prime is right on the border of the Terminus systems.
The Attican Traverse is under Citadel protection. If the Terminus systems attack, it's an act of war.
Technically, yes. But some of the species in the Terminus might be willing to start a war over this.
The last thing the Council wants is to get dragged into a major conflict with the Terminus systems. We have to keep this low-key.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need.
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5.
How do you know that?
Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
I do gotta admit, this is a very cinematic game, even back before
Engaging stealth.
the remaster.
Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you coming with us? I move faster on my own.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck!
We are approaching drop point 2.
I always wonder how they got out of that. Yeah, I know he's gonna die. Man. Just your faults. That's not a good thing when the crew, the one guy can't lose his helmet. It's like kind of having a red shirt on Star Trek. All right.
This place got hit hard, Commander. Hostiles everywhere. Keep your guard up.
What the hell are those?
Gas bags. Don't worry, they're harmless.
Rally round.
Get down!
Negative contacts, Commander.
Here we are. Yeah, it's fun. First time I played this game, I couldn't figure out which way we're supposed to go. So that's the only reason I knew about this. Because I wander around going, where's the damn pad? Ah, there we are. Let's have everybody.
Right through his shields. Never had a chance.
We'll see that he receives a proper service once the mission is complete. But I need you to stay focused.
Aye, aye, sir.
Some burned out buildings here, Shepard. A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
Well, I mean, there has been a, I mean, compared to the old game, yeah, obviously a lot of graphics improvement, texturing, and all that stuff. But I'm very happy that they haven't changed the story that much. Okay, touch screen's not working. Yeah, unfortunately, for some reason the cutscene's not working. Hopefully the game doesn't crash.
Thanks for your help, Commander. I didn't think I was gonna make it. Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, sir?
Are you wounded, Williams?
A few scrapes and burns. Nothing serious. The others weren't so lucky. Oh, man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
This isn't your fault, Williams. You couldn't have done anything to save them.
Yes, sir. We held our position as long as we could, until the Geth overwhelmed us.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, sir. It's time for payback.
Tell me everything you know about the beacon.
They were doing some digging out here to extend the monorail and expand the colony. A few weeks ago, they unearthed some Prothean ruins, and the beacon. Suddenly, every scientific expert in the colony was interested. That's when they brought us in to secure the site. I don't know much about the beacon itself, but I heard one of the researchers say this could be the biggest scientific discovery of the century.
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Tell me everything you know about the beacon.
They were doing some digging. I don't know much about the beacon itself, but I heard one of the researchers.
What else do you know about the Geth?
Just what I remember from history class back in school. They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians a few centuries ago. They were supposed to be a source of cheap labor, but ended up turning on the Quarians and drove them into exile. Well, after that, they just kind of disappeared behind the Perseus Veil. Nobody's really heard much from them since.
That reminds you of what's going on in Los Angeles right now. But anyway.
Describe what happened leading up to the attack.
We were sent out a couple of nights ago from the main colony to secure the area. Seemed like a routine patrol, until the Geth hit us. We never knew they were coming.
Have you seen a Turian Spectre around here?
There aren't any Turians on Eden Prime. None that I've ever met. Not sure I'd be able to tell if one was a Spectre anyway.
If you saw this guy, you'd know. Carries enough firepower to wipe out a whole platoon. Luckily, he's on our side.
Sorry. Like I said, no Turians.
Move out.
All right. So, we're going. Okay. Then we're going to exit the game. I need to remember to minimize that after I start. All right, see, this is the tweaks mod. Okay, the mod I got for Mass Effect is a quality of life mod. This is to track and undiscovered assignments on the map, which, just makes sense to where when you open up the galaxy map, you can see where the assignments are and what's involved. But anyway, and once again, this is through. You can get this through Vortex if you want to get this mod, but it's a really helpful mod because sometimes you can. There's two ways to play Mass Effect. One way, you go straight through the primary missions and get it done. I think you could probably get it done within about 30 hours. Or you try to do every single thing, which in turn extends it to 90 to 120 hours. But right, what you have here is called the Mass Effect Trilogy Editor, Save Editor. Okay, what you can do in here, once it loads up, I can show you. I don't mind people seeing my desktop because there's nothing really to see. Okay. Oh, you click on open. It'll take a minute. Okay. Dragon Age. Okay, Dragon Age Inquisition and Mass Effect Andromeda, those are working here. But if you open up Mass Effect Legendary Edition, and you just go to the save, and which version you're playing on, we're playing on Mass Effect 1. As you can see, this is my first playthrough over a year ago. And it took me a long time to play through. And I was basically doing it on easy mode because there's so much content involved. But you go in here and you double click on that and you just click open. And it should open up in here. And there you are. Okay, this is basically a character. Now, the interesting thing in here is you can change your class, your specialization, all of that stuff. It's like right here, you can change like your levels. Like if you want to go to level 60, current experience, you can. It's at 250, so I believe if you want to max it out, it's 2,000. Talent points, I think it's, if I remember correctly, it's 500. And you can come back through here and you can just hit reset and it just clears everything away. I know. All this stuff, you can add more to it, but what the you can add more to it. Your character. I don't do that because I like keeping to the basics. You can change your difficult level. You can change your Paragon and Renegade. Here's the thing here, being ex-military. Military buys all your weapons. So it doesn't quite make sense in Mass Effect that you have to buy your own weapons. It never made sense to me because you're part of the Alliance, so they supply your weapons. But anyway. Okay. Well, I did save it. Okay. Let me. What I did change. I don't know if anything showed up. But like I said, in here, all this has been saved. That's the max credits you can have. Like I said here, you can change this to 200. Oh, nope, 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 nope. 200. But Omnigel is very easy to gain in the game. So just depending on your play style, that's all it is. And I'll show you and once again, you could come back and reset everything. Right? Some people use this like when if they're playing nightmare mode or hard, they'll come in here and just to get through a difficult part and change things. So I just keep it very basic because I very rarely play hard. But why are you? I don't know too much about it. I know I downloaded it because I'm eventually going to multi-platform stream. But I don't think that makes any sense. Like anything. No, we're still rolling here. All right, so we're going to launch it through EA now. All right, while I was launching here, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Like I said, this is stuff you get to look forward to when you get old. And I may go ahead and make myself probably help it. Just give me a minute. I'm going to make myself some coffee. And then we'll check out the changes I made. And you can see what happens in game. Cancel. Take a look at things. Yeah. Hey, let's look at our squad here. See, we got 597 points. So, in my typical role play through, infiltrator. So we need to get to. Okay, you have to upgrade your pistol to get the sniper rifle, which is what the infiltrator is supposed to be specialized in. So you don't max that out because you're military trained. They'll train you to be an expert in certain weapons. Okay, tactical armor. You know, once again, if you're in the military, you're going to be max. You should be fully trained in your body armor. Fitness. I don't know why this is. I'm basing this on experience with military and all your skills and all that. You will be trained by the military to do all this stuff. It just makes sense. Now, charm and intimidate. Well, you can just leave them like that, or you can go ahead and fill them out based on your person, what you want to do. I'm just going to go ahead and fill them out. Now, see, I mean, that's the reason why I had these automatically assigned. You know? That way I don't have to go through here and do all myself. Just a little quality of life thing. And same thing with Alenko or Caden. But it's automatically all filled out. Right? Now, because my Shepherd has electronics and decryption, gives me more freedom to mix and match my squad. Because if you didn't have that, you're going to be either stuck with someone like Caden that has electronics and decryption, right? And you don't get certain squad interactions, like if you wanted to take Ashley and Rex with you, you can't take both of them because one, I think Rex only has electronics, but not decryption. So you need to take Rex and either Garrus and have that. I mean, it does play into more of a strategic squad base, but at the same time, it kind of confines you to certain groups. I believe that you should be able to, doing the way I'm doing it, gives me more freedom to select my squad. So that's basically what happened because the save error. Let's see. Okay. And we'll talk about Ashley when the time comes. But anyway, hold on 1 second. Gotta stir my coffee. All right. But is this cheating? Yeah. But the same token, is this realistic? Yes. Because you're in the military, they train you for all this stuff. Your specialty is infiltrator. You're not going to go out in the field with minimal amount of training. You're experienced soldier. You survived a assault, and you're the sole survivor, you should have all these skills already in place, in my opinion. I know for RPG purists, the whole dedicating this stuff, I mean, I can max out my. But I don't use pistols. I use sniper rifles and assault rifles. I never used a pistol in Mass Effect 1 at all. And you know, there's no shotgun here. I prefer it that way. I don't use shotguns. Typically, like with my deal with the Malenko, you'll notice that I got him all set up. 1 second. I'll be right there. I got a visitor. I'll be back. Give me another minute. I'll be right back. Oh, wherever he happens. These iPhones. Just bear with me. I'm trying to help someone set their internet. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Yeah, just bear with me. This is what the neighbors are for. Uh, yeah, thank you. This appears going to take a little bit longer than a few minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. And we'll continue on with Mass Effect from this point. If you appreciate you if you watched the VOD, let me know what you think about what I showed you. And I'll see you next time.